What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Professor X with my perspective. Appreciate y'all for clicking on the video. Those of you that follow me, I appreciate it. I was going to make a video talking about a few of my experiences dating single mothers that have children. But then I thought about it because I do want to help when I make these videos. I want something to be said that can actually help benefit someone. If nothing else, allow somebody to think about their situation or situations that they may know. So I want to focus this video on single mothers in particular that have young boys that are going to be men, and even more particular, the ones that are coming into their teenage. So you're talking, and I'll go 9, 10, 11, but definitely getting closer to teenage. I want to talk about that. And by single mothers, I'm talking, for whatever reason, either the father, the baby daddy, the donor, as some call it, the liquid donor, may not be in the picture at all, may not be that great of a guy, may be out the state, live somewhere else, and not able to have access to his child, maybe locked up, maybe have passed away. So I'm not talking about single mothers necessarily who have an active father or male figure that has influence on the young boy's way of thinking, but I'm talking literally single mother doing it on her own with no real male influence and trying to raise a young boy. I just want to give you a piece of advice and information from what I have seen. This is my experience now, so this is not going to apply to everybody, so don't nobody take offense. Please, I'm not here to offend. I mean, I'm going to speak my opinion, but I'm not here. The goal is not to offend. The goal is help, information, insight. From what I have seen and from friends that I have who are single mothers, and I watch, and they may ask me questions because they see me as being a decent father to my children. What I have noticed is, especially, and these is going to be all black women that I'm talking about here. So I'm sure it's all over, but I'm just going to use especially the black women that I have seen. They are so happy, or they put such an effort into making sure that their son, especially a teenage son, is not out roaming the streets, getting in trouble, cutting up, getting in trouble with the law, joining gangs, different things like that. They spend such a great effort in making sure that their child is not doing these things, that as long as he is in the house and safe and under the roof where she can kind of see what's going on, I have noticed they put no real discipline on his life. And I want to say, as a 47, I'll be 48 next month, if you are raising a young boy into a man, because again, by nature, in a perfect world, in a perfect family structure, where the man is there, the woman is there, and jointly they're coming together to raise children. In a perfect world, the father just his presence is going to bring discipline to the young boy's mind. Just the presence of a father by nature will do that. Just his presence. My dad was in the military, and even though he was a disciplinarian in terms of if we cut up, or if I cut up or got suspended from school, or was shoplifting or whatever, there was in our day, I don't know if the YouTube will allow the word, but they got the belt out. They got the switch out. You got grounded. You had to look out the window and watch your friends play across the street, and for 2 weeks, you couldn't go over there. They could come to your window and talk to you, but that was it. Just the presence of my father brought discipline. When my dad would go into the field for training or whatever, I knew with him being gone, I could get away with what I thought I could get away with a lot more. Of course, my mom she had her own discipline, but then I knew, because she would tell me, I'm going to let your dad know. And those are the words I didn't want to hear. When your dad get back, I'm going to let him know. And then sure enough, I would get it. But I noticed in my friends, and then the one or two that I have dated that have teenage boys in particular, there was no real discipline in the home. And when I asked, why is this the case, just as a friend, their response was, because I would rather he be here in the house where I could see what's going on than out on the street getting into trouble. And in the two instances that I have seen it firsthand, both of those instances, the young teenage boy was allowed to leave his room a complete mess. Now, having been a teenager myself and having a son right now that's 16 years old, I don't put a lot of heat on him to keep, the days that he's with me, I don't put a lot of heat on him to keep his room like perfectly clean. That's not, because I know boys will be boys. My discipline is more clean up after yourself, straighten up. If you drink out of that cup, go put it in the dish, rinse it out, put it in the dishwasher, put the stuff in the sink. Like, don't come into a situation that's clean, tear it up, and then walk away and think y'all going back home or whatever. And no. Clean up. So that's more where I focus more on that. But I've seen in some of these ladies, their homes with these teenage boys, I'm talking bowls of cereal with dried milk in the room 7, 8, 9 days. Cups from restaurants that they haven't been to in 2 weeks still in the room. That's what I'm talking about. No schedule for him to clean his own bathroom. Teenage boy and the mom still cleaning the bathroom. Stuff like that. His bathroom. And I know you say, Professor X, that ain't the world we live in no more. I'm telling you, if you're raising a young boy that's going to be a man, he needs discipline. The problem with men today, men, strong men, deep voiced men, hairy chested men, stinking behind men, crusty feet men, hard working men, 60, 80 hours a week men. Knock you out if you say something to my wife, men. Protect their family with that heat, men. I wish you would, men. The number one problem, including myself, with men is we lack discipline. For every woman that say, my husband stepped out on me, which men will do, and for whatever the reason is, instead of removing himself from that situation, he stayed in there, we lack discipline. It don't make us the worst. It's just a flaw that men may have within their system. If a man don't want to go to work and is lazy, he lacks discipline. That to me is one of the number one flaws, if you please, of men, especially this younger generation that's coming up behind. In my son's generation, there's no discipline. So if you are, and this is Professor X just trying to give my heart, if you are raising on your own a young boy that's going to be a man, don't just be happy that he's in the home, not causing trouble for the police to take him out. That's good. That's great. We don't want him to leave this earth early. That is commendable that he would rather, and that you would rather him be in the house at a good time than out and about on the streets, wilding out. That is great. But what's going to help form his character into becoming a man is going to be the discipline. I'm not talking about how you discipline him as far as punishment. I'm talking about discipline. These plates, these cups, when you're done with them, they need to be brought out and put into the sink and maybe washed, whatever. Your carpet needs to be vacuumed, right? Maybe the mom say, I'll wash the clothes. But whatever the schedule is for the bed linen, I need you to take it however often that is. 2 weeks, 1 week, whatever it is. I'll wash it, especially when you got a 14, 15, 16-year-old. He needs it. I'll wash it, but I need you to take it off and put it on the washing machine. And then you're going to make it yourself when I'm done. Discipline. He may not like it. He may kick back against it. He may say, I don't want to do this. And I know that for a single woman, y'all want less headache because you already got the stress of trying to take care of children on your own anyway. But I assure you that the headache you get from his kickback, from not wanting to make his own bed, is a lot less headache that you're going to get when he's a grown man and not able to survive in a society because he never got the tools of discipline in his life. He's going to create more of a headache for you at 25 than he will at 15 if he does not get discipline, which is why I'm an advocate for the military. So you're going to get it one way or another. You're going to get it one way or another, especially in the black community. You're going to get it one way or another. You can either get it from the house or you can get it from the prison. Somebody's going to tell you what to do. Somebody's going to tell you what time you're going to get up and what time the lights go out. And what time we're going to eat. And what's your schedule for the shower. You can either get it from the house and go on and still make poor choices. Just because you got it from the house don't mean they'll go on and make the greatest of choices of life. But at least they'll have a foundation of discipline. They can get it from the house or they can get it from the prison system. If they are able to still be alive to go to prison. What we're seeing on these streets now is lack of discipline. More than likely, there was not a father in the picture, and more than likely, the mother has had enough where she knows there's nothing I can do with my son right now. And the streets is a poor teacher, but they will teach you, even though the education will be low. They will still teach you. So hopefully this can help somebody. I'm just giving my heart right now. I work with a lot of teenage boys. In the past, I've worked with a lot of teenage boys. I've been volunteers at youth detention centers with boys, and I hear what they're saying. I have heard what they have said that they wish they could have had in their life. And women, I know that it's a hard task. I'm not saying it's easy. Professor X, you just don't understand. I'm trying to go to school and do things better and make things easier. I don't have time to fool around my son. He got to make up his own mind. He almost a grown man now. He 15, 16. Okay. I hear you. It's not a perfect world. I understand that. The father should have been in the picture, taking some of the weight off. I understand that. That is a true statement. You're absolutely right. But whatever cards have been dealt, may we take those cards and play the best hand. Those of us who grew up playing spades, we know what that means. We won games where we never had a good hand. We had to finesse the opponent, make them make a mistake just to stay in the game. So discipline, especially if you got young boys that are teenagers coming into preteens. Discipline. If y'all got any comments, get in the comment section. If y'all have seen this, any men have seen this to be true, women have gone through it, women are going through it, put it in the comments. And I harp on the comments a lot because there is a lot of positive information that's in them comment sections. I'm telling you. I'll give the subject on the video, but there's people that's coming in them comments that's just relating their own life, their own story, their own situation, and it's strong and it's powerful, and people are giving those comments thumbs up and they're giving their own feedback on. I'm telling you, just get in the comment section and let it go nuts. So if you like this video, I just ask you to give it a thumbs up. If you think it can help somebody, please share it. Send it to somebody, a single mother or somebody that you know may be going through and trying to do their best they can. Send it to them. I'd appreciate that. And y'all be blessed.